Good evening. I want to welcome everyone to our Human Relations Commission meeting. Today is Tuesday, December 12th, and we will start with our call to order. Roll call.
Vice Chair Kuchel,
Here.
Commissioner Mai,
Here.
Commissioner Take-Hurd,
Here.
Commissioner Rodriguez Ortiz,
Here.
Commissioner Newell,
Here.
Commissioner Madro,
Here.
and Commissioner Garay.
Okay. I might have done that out of order according to the agenda, but Chair requests a staff confirmation that the Kansas Open Meeting Act required notice has been properly provided.
It has.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to approval of minutes, which would be our approval of the minutes from our November 14th, 2023 regular meeting. Those were all sent out.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All those in favor? Raise your
Aye.
hand.
Aye.
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 Any
Yay.
opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, new business, public hearing items. Looks like we have none there to report on. Under our administrative items, elections to fill the chair vacancy.
As we noted at the last meeting, the current chair, Chris Grinter, was going to have to step down and step off the board. So it was kind of too short a notice to get it on last month's agenda. So this month, we warned you last month that it would be here, and here we are. So we have three persons technically eligible because we'd like you to be on at least a year before you serve as an officer is kind of what we traditionally have done. I don't think there's a formal rule against it, but it's what we've kind of already determined as eligible. So Vice Chair Kuchel would be open if she wanted to switch positions. Commissioner Mai and Commissioner Take-Hurd would be eligible for serving. We have the two officer positions, the vice chair and the chair.
And I would be okay with taking over the chair.
Okay. Thank you. And then that
I'd
leaves,
be okay to do vice.
okay. Yeah, I'll leave it to your discussion and your, I think you can make a consolidated motion. It
Motion
would be
on that.
something that, if anyone wants to do so.
Any discussion on that, you guys? Someone would need to make a motion then.
I would make a motion
To,
for these ladies to take over, Vice Chair Kuchel to take over as chair,
and,
Vice Chair.
and my,
and
Commissioner Mai. to take-
Commissioner Mai to be vice chair.
Okay, all
So-
those in favor of that motion?
Oh, second, we need a second.
Oh, sorry.
So
second.
motion, it's been moved that Commissioner Kuchel take over as chair, be nominated as chair, and Commissioner Mai be vice chair. We have a motion, that's the motion on the floor.
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
Thank
So
you.
seconded by Commissioner Newell.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we can vote. Anyone in favor of that? Say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right,
Yay.
thank you. That was easy.
Yes.
Okay, the next one under administrative item is our docket review.
Yes, and some of you may have received, we had our first, since this new group, we've had our first case go out, and we appreciate those that have gotten it back. We probably have another one that will be, I anticipate here, Marissa's working on the FIR. The FIRs can be pretty lengthy if you didn't notice, and sometimes they have, and that's the final investigative report, and they can be lengthy, and it depends on how much evidence comes in that she has to go through, and sometimes trying to get other pieces and follow-ups. So this next one will be a little tricky, and then we do have two more outstanding. They're all housing cases. As you'll notice from the actual report that, we don't go through this always in detail, but we had some inquiries, but we don't have any employment cases that have followed through. We have the 5 open, so one of them is still with the DOJ. I have no follow-up. 2, one of the, and I don't remember the numbers, so the numbers don't mean as much to me, but there's one that, since we wrote this report, one has gone, is beyond progress. It's actually to the commission for decision and final determination. As soon as we have all 3 votes, it'll be done and move to, well, it will still be open because of the next steps after that, but it will have determination, not investigation in progress. We have one more that's very close. I anticipate the FER will be out as quickly as, she's working on it. It should be as quickly as possible here. And then one that was just more recently newly filed, and one still under investigation. So that's the status. They're all the housing cases. We've had a couple other inquiries, but no others have followed through and are open. Then on the public accommodations, it's the same as last time. We have good news about resolution of the 2. The one that we were working with staff to assess needs, we did have confirmation. It's just going to take some time for them to get everything that was requested to be done. So winter is always a little trickier, and sometimes doing those outdoor, they were physical accommodation things. It wasn't based on any other category but disability access. So they're working on it, and they were very cooperative. So I don't see either of those progressing to filing.
Good news.
So that is the summation of the docket report, unless anyone has any specific questions. If not, that should conclude the docket.
Okay, thank you. All right, Fair Housing Seminar 2024 update.
Yes, the good news is it's coming right along. Lily's been our go-to person on taking over for Spencer, and we have things progressing nicely. We have pretty much a pretty solid agenda. We're working on titles, but we have the speakers, we have the schedule pretty lined out. That's coming along nicely. We're getting ready to send out letters to sponsors. I think those should go out here before Christmas. I'm not exactly sure on our date, but they're in progress. We've got the mail merge ready. And then the notice dates to save the date to other individuals. We'll send that out by email first to people who've attended in the past and the agencies that have typically attended. So we'll do some email. We've got the email creativity. In fact, Marissa did some designs for us today that we just kind of looked at, and we'll start having more movement on that. But we're ahead of schedule as far as what we're used to. I can say one of the breakout sessions we do have one breakout session where we're going to have a landlord-tenant, more of a landlord session versus a tenant session at the same time. So we're going to try a little bit of a breakout session. I think we've got that pretty well. It'll be certified for attorneys to get credit, social workers to get credit, and real estate agents to get credit again. Until we have more materials to them, they won't tell us how much credit, but it usually varies 6 to 8 hours depending on which agency and which route. But it's a pretty good deal usually for most credit hours, because it's we're going to keep it at $30 again, which pretty much covers the meal and a little bit of the setup. But anyway, so we're looking forward to it. We've got some speakers from coming out of town again. We have a pretty renowned professor in the area from Chicago coming, and we have a gentleman who I've met at several things and has instructed a couple of things from Detroit, or I don't know if he's from Detroit, but from Michigan, who runs a center helping individuals with fair housing up there. It's a nonprofit. He's up there. So we're excited about the speakers. And then we have a couple local speakers too. So people like to have the local too. Yeah. So the professor from Washburn is coming back again this year. So anyway, it's coming right along. It'll be here before we know it, and we just ask any of you that want to attend to remind you it's April 26th, and those in the audience who want to attend, it's April 26th. Those on the commission, if you want to attend, just let us know too. We will, if you want a luncheon, if you don't want a lunch, if you just want to come by for a little bit and help support the booth, we'll have a booth there. Each of our boards, we try and give as much advertising as we can for these commissions and the openings and, availability as an opportunity for community members. And we try and put out as much information in the booths as we can. We're always looking for creative ideas, though, if you have an idea of something to put in the booth. And by booth, I mean, it's like you would see at a vendor thing. It's a table, and we have now a tablecloth we ordered that says Salina Community Relations on it, and we have a couple banner things that we ordered over the years. Through our FAP funds, we get so much of I call it an allowance, but an allowed amount to do outreach. So we use those to buy some things to make our table look a little more professional. And it's what we take out when we do other outreach events too. But we try and set it up to look nice there. And if you have any ideas of information to distribute, we are open to that. I don't know if anyone has any specific questions about the seminar, but I use this opportunity because I know it's going to be on TV to let everyone know April 26th, Friday, April 26th, the last Friday in April is when we're going to continue to do them unless it interferes with Easter or something.
It sounds like great progress.
Yeah.
That's
Our third time doing it now, we're getting
Yeah,
like we're
getting the
kind of
hang
getting
of
a little
it.
more, it's a little easier to get it done.
Okay, thank you for that update. Preliminary discussions items, there's none listed there. And then our number 4 under our agenda is unfinished or other business, and none is listed there. So, public forum, do we have somebody on?
We do have,
Line.
Ms. Meyer has joined us again. I don't know if she has anything she wants to add. We do have 2 openings on the board now. I just will continue to remind whoever I can that we, with Commissioner Grinter's departure, and then we had 1 other opening. So I know there are a lot of commissions in Salina and boards that have openings. I know that we've had a reposting of the openings here lately within the city, so we would love to have Ms. Meyer or anyone else submit her application
Definitely.
to the city clerk or online.
I appreciate the offer, but I don't think at this point I'd be open to doing that. But I want to learn more about your programs here, and that's why I'm tuning in to just educate myself.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
we appreciate it. Do you have anything else you'd like to say in the public forum?
Not at this moment, no. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, well, it looks like we're ready for adjournment.
Yeah, I knew it'd be a short one.
So do we need a motion for that? I
Yes.
thought so. So someone
Motion
want
to adjourn.
Thank you. A second?
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and it looks like our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, January 9th,
Yay.
5:30. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Yes, you too.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Christmas,
holidays.
yeah.